Hello everyone! Sorry that it took me so long to produce this trip planning video. Last couple weeks my company had an emergency event that I was put in and I was so busy day and night. Finally I can now make time to prepare this final video. In the past 4 weeks I have produced 6 videos on the Banff and Jasper road trip that we took in September. I hope you get a chance to see them. This trip we traveled over 1,600 kilometers in 6 days and have visited 16 attraction points in 3 national parks. If you didn't get a chance to watch this video, I encourage you to watch. You'll always find something new and then it will really help you in your next trip planning. Unless you want to drive for 3 days from Toronto to Banff, I would say let's take a flight to get there. Flight fare fluctuates up and down like the stock market. The best strategy is to monitor the flight fare as soon as you start planning for a trip. There are many online websites for price comparison and you can always set a price alert to keep you posted of any price reduction. Usually it is cheaper to fly out on Tuesday or Wednesday for domestic flight. For return flight, Sunday return is usually cheaper than Saturday return. Book the flight ticket as early as possible so you can nail down your travel dates. With that, you can make your hotel booking and make other trip planning much easier. Although there are many budget airlines for very low-cost flight fares, I would still stick with the bigger airlines like Air Canada as I don't want to fuss with last-minute cancellation. Bigger airlines usually have more alternative flights in case of delays or cancellation. For this September trip, I booked the flight ticket in March. I've been monitoring the price, and for $220 Air Canada non-stop flights, I think it's a very good deal for me. Well, for the road trip, you must rent a car. Rental car price fluctuate the same way as the flight ticket. My strategy is keep looking for free cancellation booking and keep booking and cancel later if you find a better deal later. Rental car price usually is higher at the airport location than their city locations. I would still pay for the premium to get to the airport pickup because it is usually open 7/24, and if you travel in the weekend or have a late night flight, pick up and drop off the car at the airport, it will be much convenient. If they offer a choice of hatchback vehicle, take it. I regret not to take it this time. We take a sedan and it's so difficult to take in and out luggage from the car trunk. Well, you may laugh at my strategy of booking and cancelling, but let me show you how this trip turned out. I started booking a mid-size car with Thrifty on Expedia website in March. I start my first booking for $1,000, $38 for 1 week. And then for the next few months, I keep checking the price and I was able to book a cheaper deal with $632, $558, and finally land on $450 for the same car, same period, same company on the same website. Can you believe how much the price fluctuates? Key things is, of course, you need to ensure when you book it is free cancellation. For this 6-day road trip, we traveled 1,600 kilometers, 3 days in Banff and 2 days in Jasper. With the limited travel days, we took the same route on the Columbian Icefield Parkway. If you have 10 days or more, you can choose to come back with a different route, routing to Edmonton and then back to Calgary. For day 1, we flew from Toronto to Calgary and then drive from Calgary to Banff. If you take an early flight in Toronto, you will arrive at Calgary before 11 a.m. as there is a 2 hours time difference. After picking up the rental car and take a quick bite for lunch, you will be on the road and can arrive in Banff around 2 p.m. Spending a couple hours there, we went for the Banff gondola around 4 and watched the sunset on the Sapphire Mountain. I would highly recommend to try out the gondola and spend time on the mountaintop.
Hey guys, how are you?
Doing great, how are you? Thank you.
The gondola was very fun. It is one of the attractions that I purchased online ahead of the game. Most of the Banff and Jasper attractions are monopolized by two companies. One is the Pursuit and then the other one is the Brewster. For Pursuit, I didn't know that their price is not a fixed price. The price actually increases as the days go by. So try to book it as soon as you really plan to go there. My first look at the Banff and Jasper Ultimate Package 3 months ago was only $189. I didn't know that it's not a fixed price, so I just go into the website 2 to 3 weeks before departure and thinking to buy the ticket then. And then I find out the price went up to $210. It was crazy. So I would strongly recommend you book ahead. It can always be canceled 48 hours before your arrival. And if your company, your employer has a Pergopolis account, then you'll get a 15% discount. And if you're a CAA member, some company give further discount. From the Pursue website, you can choose to buy each attraction individually, but the combo package will give you some more saving. But again, book at least a couple months on the combo package, as the saving will reduce as the dates get closer to your arrival dates. Day 2, we mainly stay in Banff. We drove to Yoho National Park quickly to see a magnificent waterfalls. If you have watched my Day 2 video, you know that we got up very early in the morning hoping to see the sunrise at Moraine Lake. The mission failed, but we switched to Lake Louise. It was still beautiful sunrise there. After sunrise, we hiked at the Lake Agnes, and after that, we went to Yoho National Park to see the Takaka Falls. Where to stay in Banff? Many people who have been in Banff know that it is very expensive to stay inside the Banff area. Many, like us, usually choose to stay in Canmore, which is 15 to 20 minutes away from Banff. We stay in Holiday Inn Canmore and this Canmore Inn and Suite this time. I include some other choice in the previous page for your consideration too. Day 3 is the day with the longest drive, around 3.5 hours to 4 hours drive. It is the day when we leave Banff and head north to Jasper. At the midpoint, it is the Columbian Icefield Glacier and the Icefield Skywalk, which is the highlight of our trip. Where to stay in Jasper for these 2 days? I find Jasper accommodation is even more expensive than Banff. A 1 to 2 star hotel or motel can charge you $300 and $400 per night. I was lucky to find this backers chalet, which is only 8 to 10 minute drive from Jasper downtown. They didn't give me any commission, but I truly recommend them to anyone who want to stay in Jasper. They have many choice of chalet to fit 2 person, 4, 6, 8 people, and some have kitchen and fireplace, lots of open space and beautiful riverfront. The rate is very reasonable. For $200 something per night, it's a steal. They don't have online booking facilities, but you can go to their website, submit a reservation request, and they will email you back to confirm. For day 4, we mainly stay in Jasper. We spend time in the Jasper downtown and also take a boat cruise. On day 5, we head back to Banff from Jasper. It's almost like the reverse route of day 3. But we pick different attraction points to stop by. The most impressive is the Pato Lake, with such a rich turtle green color. And the tomahawk steak back at the camel was so yummy. Do you think that this lake looked like a fox? Like, this is the fox ears, and the nose is right here. This is a good fox. 2 ears, nose, and then the neck. Isn't that nice? Yeah. Ooh, you're the chef, eh?
Yes, I am.
Beautiful.
And where are you traveling from?
From Toronto.
Ah, okay. So I'm sure you had this beef before. Alberta beef, one of the best beef.
Yes.
It's the climate and the selection of animals that makes it special.
Wow.
I do nothing to this. I just cook it.
Beautiful. For the last day of the trip, day 6, we spent half a day in Banff, went to see the Johnson Canyon and the Banff downtown again. In the late afternoon, driving back to Calgary and take a flight back to Toronto. Isn't this hiking trail really gorgeous? The gorge below is formed by 8,000 years by the Johnson Creek. If you plan to come here in the summer, you better plan to come before 8 or 9 a.m. because the parking lot is easily full and it will be a long lineup. Do you want to know how much to budget for a road trip like this? We took this trip in mid-September, so this is already off-peak season. And we didn't spend a lot of money in fancy restaurants or go to stay in 5-star hotels. It's around $1,400 for a one person. If you have a bigger travel party to share the cost, I'm sure that this cost can even go down further. Oh, I'm so happy to complete this Banff Jasper road trip series. I spent so much time in post-production because I like to include as much useful travel information for you. If you enjoyed this type of travel video with useful information like mine, please subscribe to the channel, like and share. Until next time, cheers!